Okay, let's go.
A day in the life of a care home nurse here in the UK. It's 6:34 in the morning, guys. Medyo careful pa ako ngayon kasi may mga konting ice po sa bakod. Lakad-lakad lang tayo kasi wala tayong transpo. Meron naman akong scooter pero hindi ko na charge. Lamig. So mga ganyan, medyo ma-ice po yan. Okay. Papunta pa lang ako sa trabaho ko po. Bala ko sana alis na ako by 6:15 para naman hindi ako nagmamadali sa paglakad. Kasi pag nagmamadali ako, sumasakit yung paa ko. Pagdating ko sa work, parang wala nang strength. Kaso, ewan, time passes by so fast. 1 minute, it's only 6. Tapos the next na pag-check mo, 6:30 na, di ba? Actually, gusto ko na i-try ito i-record yung lakad ko pupunta sa aking place. Then, gusto ko ito think about how blessed I am. Blessing not because na mayaman ako, but because to this day, I'm still alive. The fact na dito ako ngayon, naglalakad sa UK instead of naglalakad sa Pilipinas is such a great blessing na, di ba? Never have I thought na makakarating ako dito. Ano kaya tayong decision ko na dito? Sige. So I've been here in the UK for 3 years now. Actually more than 3 years, but mga 3 years and ilang months lang. And I'm so blessed na nagkaroon ako ng opportunity to be here. I am a registered nurse in the Philippines, but I was not really able to practice my nursing profession aside from the usual volunteership, internship, free labor. But hindi talaga ako nabigyan ng pagkakataon na makapagtrabaho sa hospital. Yung talagang sinasweldohan ka. Kasi nga, wala akong backer. Mahirap kaya maghanap ng trabaho. And at that time, nag-boom kasi yung customer service na career. Mga call center sa Pilipinas. And I'm also grateful na kahit na wala akong nursing profession, before nakapagtrabaho kasi. As a nursing in the Philippines, nag-work naman ako as a call center agent, which was my number one source of income way back. If not for it, sana kaya yata ako pupulutin. Kasi, we should, hindi naman natin may pagkakaila na bukod sa walang trabaho as a nurse sa Pilipinas, kung meron ka mang trabaho, magpakababa talaga. And, oh my God, I have to walk very carefully here. Medyo na-ice kasi siya. Sige, paano na lang ko. Napakababa na sweldo sa Pilipinas ng isang nurse. At ako po, hindi naman breadwinner, pero wala akong maasahang iba. May parents ako, but I didn't want to burden them. Pagka-graduate ko, hindi na ako humihingi ng pera sa kanila. Si Papa minsan nabibigay. Maghingi ako. Pero syempre, hindi naman malaki kasi hindi naman yung sweldo ni Papa eh. Sinama naman, kahit teacher pa rin siya noon. Wala ding sweldo. Kasi puro utang. Diba? Ako pa nga yung bibigay buwan-buwan sa kanya. Yung family dynamics namin is very different. I'm the eldest of 3 siblings. Yung pangalawa sa akin, pagka-graduate din niya, umalis din siya ng bahay. I don't blame her. Graduation from the college spells freedom, I guess. Freedom to do what she want to do with her life. Oh goodness. And at the same time, financial, freedom sa kanya. Kasi nung estudyante kami, nang bigay ng mga parents namin, yun ang talagang pinagkakasya namin. We have no job. Kaya nung nagkatrabaho nga ako, ang saya ko kasi nga meron na akong pera, gano'n. Pero syempre maliit na pera pa rin yun. Kaya yan. So yun nga, for 10 years, 11 years, I worked as a call center agent, and I really did not hope of becoming a nurse anymore, because when I was young, for me to work abroad, I need to have at least 2 years of hospital experience na bayad ka. And for me, hindi yun kaya. Because, sabi ko nga, una, hindi ako makapasok sa hospital. Pangalawa, malit ang sweldo. And although I'm not the breadwinner, I support my mom. And of course, I support myself. And I guess, nakatikim din ng medyo malaking sweldo sa call center. Parang, hindi siya kalakihan yung sweldo sa call center pero better than any other jobs. So parang, hindi ko na yata kaya na bumalik sa isang tuka. At least sa call center nakakapag-grocery pa, di ba? Parang may cart ka pang nadadala. Feeling mo ang dami ng grocery mo. O yun sa totoo, hindi naman. So yun yung nangyari. Pero, yun nga. I really thought na hindi na ako magiging nurse ever in my life. And, nung ka-pandemic, doon ako nakapag-isip na magiging call center na lang kaya ako my whole life. Paano yung retirement ko? Ano naman, ano mabubuhay nito? Ito yung sweldo ko. na ako makakapagpamilya. Kasi yung sweldo mo, parang ganun lang. May mga increase din in yearly, pero not a lot. And then, it might be enough for a single person. But, if you want to have a family, you really have to climb up the ladder. Magka-posisyon ka para lumaki-laki konti yung sweldo mo. Nagka-posisyon naman ako, pero it was still, I don't know what was my mindset at that time. I wanted to save up, but then, yun nga, nagtitipid ako. Tapos may savings ako. Kapag-check ko sa savings ko, parang hindi to enough pa rin na magkapamilya ka. Ganito lang yung savings mo. Pero ilang taon ko rin pinagtiisan yun, ha? Ilang taon kong nag-ipon. Pero ganito pa rin. So, parang, at that time, may mga haka-haka sa company namin na yung supposed na retirement namin. Kasi merong offer na if you've been with the company for 5 years, 10 years, parang may kukunin kang bonus or something. May haka-haka na because the company was acquired by another, parang hindi na yun mag-effect. So, nasayangan ako. I was like, ginugol ko yung 10 years ko dito kasi yun yung in-after ko na meron ako makuha after 10 years. Wala pala. Ganun. So, sabi ko, habang wala pang changes, I'll resign na. So, yun nga. Nag-resign ako, retire ako from the company, and I got something out of it. But at that time, I didn't know what to do next. In fact, before I even retired, I was already praying so hard. Sabi ko, Lord, ano pwede kong gawin dito? I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. I'm not sure what's gonna happen to me. But I lay down all my problems on your feet. And I pray na you will guide me still like how you guided me all these years, which is what happened. To be honest, I really didn't have any backup plan. Well, I wanted to apply as a teacher kasi kumuha rin ako ng courses para maging secondary teacher ako. Para backup plan nga, ayoko na call center na lang ako palagi. And then I submitted some of my applications as well. Pero wala din eh. Walang interview. Wala man lang, hindi mo na ako tinawagan. I'm not sure if it's because I'm missing any documents or talagang wala lang talagang available na posisyon. Kasi yun yung yata sa education. Hindi ka makakapasok hanggat walang available na posisyon. So yun. Nag-apply ako, wala. Hanggang sa naging online teacher ako, English teacher, Diyos ko. Ay Lord, sorry. I mean, yung hirap para makapagturo lang ng English yung mga foreign children online. Just so hard. Pero I endured that for 3 months. And then I was blessed with another job, online job, work from home job as a virtual assistant. And that's where I lasted for a year. It was a nice pay kasi nasa work from home ka lang, and yung pay is better than in the call center. Even if you are a team leader, mas better siya. Tapos doon ako lumaki. Lumaba talaga ako doon kasi kain tulog na lang ako eh. Yun. And then, one day, in 2021, yung tito ko from the UK, nagbakasyon sa Pilipinas. And he was actually chatting me up as well about opportunities abroad that they are encouraging me to become a nurse. But again, with the mindset na I have to work as a nurse para mag-qualify ako. That was in 2021. Pero another way to come to the UK is to be a support worker. So I thought, sige, support worker na lang kasi if they want me to have an experience, I won't be able to. I'm not experienced, and at least 2 years of, 8,000 na sahod sa isang buwan kung sa private hospital ka. Sa public naman, I wasn't sure kung makakapasok din ako eh. So yun yung iniisip ko na, Lord, ikaw bahala sa akin, ganun. So, doon na ako na nag-ano talaga. Sige, mag-try na ako mag-exam. Ay, hindi. Before pa yan pala. Parang nag-pray talaga ako. Nag-pray. Umiiyak ako. Sabi ko, anong gagawin ko ganito? Ganyan. Hanggang sa nag-decide ako na, sige Lord, I'll pursue nursing na lang talaga. If I need to volunteer 2 years para makalabas ng bansa. Sige, magsasacrifice ako for another 2 years. God will provide. Parang gumanon ako na talagang nag-let go talaga ako kasi that's when I realized that for the past 11 years, I've been trying to control my, not destiny, but my life. I felt like no one else can help me but myself. So when the moment that I really let go, sabi ko, Lord, sige Lord, ikaw bahala sa akin, Lord. I'll let go. I'll start the process now. Doon ko nakita talaga yung kamay ni Lord. Like, every exam that I took, I passed without issues. Kasi sa isip ko noon, Lord, ikaw bahala sa akin. Help me. Kasi wala akong pera. Ito lang yung pera ko from my call center gig. Ito lang talaga. Help me, Lord, na makapag-exam ako and at the same time, mapasa ko ito na walang problema. Ayun. Ano yung ginawa ko? And sa awa ng Diyos, nakapasa naman ko ako ng every exam. Nandun ako sa Pilipinas, even lahat IELTS, CBT, yun. So, yun na, naghanap-hanap na ako. Buti naman at may nakita akong agency. Nag-try lang ako. Nag-interview. Pasado naman. So, sinabi ko sa agency na I'm not experienced though. Although I did volunteers in the hospital, but that was years ago. And the agency was very supportive. They said, no, that is still unexperienced. Don't say na just because you were not paid, just because it was just a volunteer. You were just volunteering in the hospital doesn't mean that is not an experience. That is an experience. You got exposed to hospital settings. So be confident and tell the employer who's going to interview you that that's what went with your nursing career. I said, okay. So yan na nga. Yung first na interview, hindi ako nakapasa. Kasi dalawa lang yung hinahanap na 10 yung interview nila. So hindi ako nakapasa. Ayun yung second na interview, nakapasa na ako. So I'm so grateful.